Evolution. Evolution is usually related to genetics, but it's not the case because evolution happens everywhere. It is the progressive change through time. Someone's behavior can change given their environment, or an art style if you've grown to enhance your skills, or in the case of the high schooler Akira Fudo, a change in personality and strength not through progression of time, but through a third party forcing this evolution. And if we think about it in a real life standpoint, we too, the world, society, had to force change. Devilman as a manga and as a zeitgeist is many things. Today I want to talk about how war and everything that is associated with it and how it relates all to Devilman. Also spoilers for Devilman if you could not tell. Jesus Christ. In the beginning of the series, and the middle of the first volume, Akira Fudo,
ever since my parents' disastrous expedition to the South Pole, bad luck just seems to be a real good friend of mine.
And his Ted Bundy boy toy, Ryo Asuka,
my father's dead.
Head to the Asuka house to inherit what Ryo calls
my father's legacy.
A curse that his dad bestowed upon him in front of Ryo by killing his dog Tortuga style.
He bit me, so I had to kill the mangy son of a bitch.
And then he died.
It's explained that demons are coming back via the effects of global warming, and the only way to kill a demon is with another demon. So after a chase through the house that led outside,
come on!
They came back to the house and in Ryo's basement. Yeah, it's a big ass nightclub.
What the fuck?
Shocking, I know. Anyways, this is explained as a modern version of a Sabbath. To become a demon, you must lose your reasoning. But doing so, you're more of a fursuit for the demons. So you must be pure of heart to become a devil man. So they partied and a woman asked for the wrong kind of Bloody Mary.
There's only one other fucking thing needed for the Sabbath, and that's plenty of blood!
After scare number 2, Akira becomes Devilman and the story follows him and Ryo killing demons. That is until you get to the second half, because Go Nagai thought... Wait, who is Go Nagai? I went on this whole spiel about the most influential piece of Japanese media, and not talk about the guy behind it. Paraphrasing from Wikipedia, which is paraphrasing from 48 other sources, Kiyoshi Nagai, also known as Go Nagai, born in 1945 Japan, like 4 months after America displayed liberty. Go Nagai had 2 things he liked to read, Dante's Inferno and Osamu Tezuka's Lost World. After a bad case of fortnight diarrhea, he decided to make comics. In 1965 he became an assistant to Shotaro Oshinomori, someone who's important as he is important. In 1967, he'd do manga independently, and then a year later, Go Nagai would hit it big with Shonen Jump's Haramchi Gakuren, a manga that you should not look up. And then people got upset, and then he didn't know why, and then smeared their faces with more ecchi. After that period, he started Dynamic Productions in 1970, which is just a way for him and his brothers to make more manga, with an inclusion of Ken Ishikawa and Mitsuru Haruta, so they get more profit in merchandising and possible TV specials after he got nothing from Haramchi Gakuren's TV series. After making even more ecchi and gag mangas, he then stopped to make surreal horror, and then the prelude to Devilman, Demon Lord Dante, speculating that he put both his love in the Divine Comedy with his passion for making comics. My dear readers, up until now you had fun reading my adventures. You read of how, after arriving at the gates of Ryo Asuka's home, I began my journey across hell together with you. Up until now, you have read the story of Akira Fudo. You thought you had nothing to do with this story. However, from now on, you two will start traveling through hell. From now on, hell won't just be my personal drama. All of mankind will be involved in this tragedy, and you are no exception. Hell is awaiting for you too. And you will be. That year, demons started replacing humans in greater and greater numbers. So, after all of that, we get to the end of the story, and the main purpose of this whole essay. If you haven't already finished the second half of Devilman, I highly encourage you to do so. But as Akira said, you're now a part of this. Hopefully I persuade you into believing that the story of Devilman draws from the past and predicts the future. Before the manga's time, the Second World War was an event that can be summed up as a way to stop global takeover and an impending genocide from the hands of Nazi Germany, an extermination fueled by prejudice and malice towards others. All from Germany being fed up with the economy that World War I caused. The demons fought for the dominance of the earth, after millions of years being frozen, all to detest God, for God wanted to exterminate them, as Hitler wanted to exterminate the Jewish population in Europe, causing people to hide from the Nazis, in fear that they too will be killed in ways our Lord shuns away from. A witch hunt went on throughout Germany and wherever the Nazis can get to. A professor who was studying the demons believed that only ones who were frustrated at society will become demons. But from one problem develops to the next, as the humans were no longer at war with the demons, but once again with themselves, as they put prejudice in the front to decide who lives and who dies, having a special court to find and kill demons, usually unjustly. No one can trust anyone, which soon leads to civil war, which leads to the fall of humanity. It's scary. More so that this happened multiple times in the span of 20 years, here in the real world. The War on Terror caused Americans to commit hate crimes towards innocent Muslim Americans. This shows the side effects of fear caused by war, by genocide. There are more examples of this, but the present and the future are more scarier than the past. And when you're in the middle of it, it's when you, your family, your people, your country, the very things that let you live, gets tainted by the evils of man. You must band together. You find camaraderie within each other because you fight for your goals. We can see this in places in third world countries where guerrilla warfare takes place, or gangs in America, even anarchist groups. When we're together, we are strong. But what good would that be when all hope is lost? This isn't new. We can see this cycle, a cycle that Devilman rides and integrates in his own narrative. As Satan lays victorious, the universe resets, so they have to endure it all over again. Devilman is important because it boils down major parts of war. It can be used as a way to point out similarities and learn from what it is referencing from the past and applies it to the future. Devilman is a reflection of the world that we live in, falls into a downward spiral to find unity through destruction. With 3 years of Russia invading Ukraine, as we sit there and watch, hearing the call, but do nothing because the enemy threatens to kill the people that we wish to save. It's all too convoluted and horrible. Fear changes people, and people change the earth. Humanity is stupid.